So, welcome back to the Freemausam Sea. My camera is again dealing with some issues. Like, something is not right with that camera. We are here in Portugal, and today it is quite cold and quite rainy. And we are going to make our way today to Nazaré, the biggest wave in the world. And I still have a cold and I'm a bit burned out, but let's go there, and I will then need to make a decision if I will surf it or if I will stay on land. I will make it up to how I feel in that, not how I feel in that moment, but how the wave looks, in the sense of, does it look like I'm going to die if I go in there, or will it be fine? That's kind of the base on what I'm deciding this on. Let's make our way through this rainy weather to get to Nazare. Like, even though I still have to make up my mind if I will try to surf that wave, like, even just seeing it is probably very insane. So let's make our way to the biggest wave in the world. Still have about 1.5 hours to Nazaré if I take the highway, and I think I will now take the highway because I'm just too tired and need to lay down. It's kind of sad. I overworked myself too much with making the videos, and now I'm just super done. And the problem is I'm kind of stuck here, you know. I have 2,700 kilometers home, I think, and then need to go to work, and like, not a fan of that perspective. Scheiße. I am now in a hostel, and tomorrow I will decide if I surf Nazaré, and I can hear the big waves crashing. Like, you can feel it in the walls and in your chest. It's a wild feeling. So we are now here in Nazaré, and we are on our way to the big wave. It has started to rain again. As you can see, this is the normal beach. The waves are quite flat here, but on the other side of this cliff, that's where the insane stuff is going on. So let's go to the lighthouse, to that view that everyone knows from the viral clips online where someone surfs this enormous wave, and let's go there. The rain out here has become really bad again. In between, in Galicia, the pin lock fell out of my helmet and I couldn't put it back in. Also, there was chain loop on there that I accidentally sprayed into my own face. It is just windy and really uncomfortable here. So this is the village of Nazaré. It's all quite tight, quite beautiful. This used to be a fisher village, where the big surf wave here was more or less just an obstacle to go fishing. And then at some point they invited a big wave surfer here, and That's how this whole thing kind of came to fruition. Already here between the buildings, the wind is disgusting. Okay, let's go. And that even in this gear, like this is reminiscent of Iceland. Hospital. I know that at the hospital there's a good parking spot. No one knows where to park. They're deep puddles. They would be really unnice now with the shoes. Yeah, that's actually a good tip. When you park somewhere where it's deep downhill, don't park with the front of your motorcycle to that, because that can lead to you not being able to reverse out of it. And every time you pull the clutch, the bike rolls a little bit forward until you are in deep shit. I've seen enough motorcyclists experience this, so I avoided myself. So, this is it. This right there is supposed to say biggest wave in the world, but half of the sign got ripped off by the wind. So let's go, let's have a look at it. So, this is it. This is Nazaré. This is the spot that you all know from the viral videos where the big waves are coming in. Right now they're down there. There are some, I would say, quite big waves, but they're still surfable. They're probably maybe double overhead. Yeah, but they're all breaking really wildly because we have strong onshore wind. Yeah, let's see if we try that in a minute. First, let's see that we made it to our goal. Nazaré. Crazy. The lighthouse that everyone sees in the videos. How cool. Everything is kind of calm. But over here, you have many different beach breaks. The waves that are coming in down there, they don't look that big on video. But if you try to surf them, they are very solid. They're probably like to what we experienced in Lacano, where I got hit in the nose so badly from one of those waves. So yeah. So we're now directly at the lighthouse. It is crazy windy here. Like, it's so windy that I'm careful of standing close to the edge.
So this is it. After thousands of kilometers on the motorcycle and many waves we surfed together, we finally made it to our final goal, Nazaré. It was so incredible standing on this cliff and looking at this incredible nature site. The waves coming in were so impressive. Even though those waves don't look like the waves online, you have to keep in mind, filming waves in a way that they look huge is very difficult. Everyone who has ever tried to film himself surfing with a GoPro knows how small 6 foot, 7 foot waves can look on a camera. And also the viewing habits when it comes to surfing are completely out of proportion. And if you look at this from a realistic perspective, those waves are absolutely huge. This reindeer figure beautifully marks this final goal of our trip. To get here and to make this trip cost me a lot of energy, and I was very burned out at the end of it. This is something that is a part of trying to make it on YouTube, but it's also a part of surf trips. I know many surf trips that ended with people just being absolutely over it, and it's also not the first trip for me that ends like this. So if you are on a surf trip and you feel like this can be very normal. It's something that kind of goes along with this. Managing to go on a trip like this while also managing normal life can just be very tough. Nevertheless, I still tried to go surfing in Nazaré, but when I made it to the beach and the sky cleared a bit and it wasn't raining anymore, I fell asleep on the beach. I was just done. And I decided I was not in the shape to surf waves that are so big that I haven't surfed anything comparable in quite some time. I think this was the right call, so I made my way to Lisbon.
So, I will need to see your passport, please.
Yeah, give me a second. I need to put down my helmet. My stuff is wet, so
I am now in a hostel and I've got myself here a big room where I have some privacy. Sadly, the air vents are connected to the rest of the hostel and someone seems to be quite sick here. I hope that I don't get sick. At least I think I have the best position in the air venting system because I have the big window. And now I will enjoy some cheap sushi I've gotten myself. And we'll try to do better and recover a bit, and I'm really happy. And tomorrow I will sleep in and do nothing, basically. Just do something for myself, and I will continue filming this video after that day. So I'm back here in Lisbon, and I will today do something quite exciting. Because I am on my way to pick up a rental motorcycle. The strongest motorcycle I have basically ever ridden at 92 horsepower, and that will be the new Honda CB750 Hornet. So let's go.
I'm absolutely loving my time on this machine. And every time you hit the throttle, you feel this is a proper fun motorcycle.
Even though I really enjoyed my time on the Honda Hornet, there was one other motorcycle I rented to kind of treat myself. And that was the Honda Rebel 1100, one of my dream bikes. The Honda Rebel 1100 always had a really special place in my heart because when I started riding I really badly wanted a Honda Rebel 500, but sadly didn't have the money at the time. And then when the 1100 came out I was super hyped for this motorcycle. And the name Rebel for this motorcycle is really well deserved. It instantly did not bring out the most responsible side out of me, and it is for me the motorcycle that comes the closest to what motorcycle as a word for me means. It is an amazing cruiser with Japanese performance and reliability. But especially the Honda Rebel really showed me how therapeutic riding a motorcycle can be. After all those days of really hard work to film this trip, it really made me come back to the reason why I ride bikes. And very fitting, the last road I rode before deciding to turn around was over the big red bridge in Lisbon, which I think inspired the San Francisco bridge, and it was incredible riding over this beautiful piece of architecture. After being burned out from making videos and now riding over this special bridge, I had many thoughts in my mind. I was still very tired, but was already thinking of the next adventure I could do. And to be honest, I would love to visit the US at some point and go along the coast, along the Pacific, and also visit San Francisco on the way, and maybe a few surf beaches. But I don't know if that will be possible and financially in my cards. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and maybe tell your friends about this channel. And I will now start my way back to Germany.